Cassi Davis just dropped a bombshell that we all suspected but never knew. Stay tuned because you won't believe what she's finally revealing at 59. Don't miss this jaw-dropping revelation. From Holly Springs, Mississippi, Cassi Davis grew up in a tiny, close-knit family. She was surrounded from an early age in a loving and encouraging atmosphere that encouraged her imagination. Values that Cassi would carry with her all her life. Faith, community, and hard work were underlined by her parents as vital. She first developed her passion of music and performing in the church as a young child. She found great connection with others and expression of herself by singing in the church choir. Her love of acting, which would eventually be her calling, was sparked by early artistic exposure. Growing up in a small town presented difficulties, but Cassi's family supported her aspirations and gave her the groundwork she required to work in entertainment. Particularly her mother was essential in fostering her aspirations. She continually reminded Cassi that everything was attainable with faith and tenacity. Her family's relentless support and her own trust in herself gave her the confidence to pursue her aspirations even if the chances looked stacked against her. But wait until you hear how her humble beginnings shaped her in a surprising way. Cassi Davis followed a somewhat unusual route to reach Hollywood. She continued her study at Spelman College, an Atlanta, Georgia institution. After finishing her high school courses, there she concentrated in music. Her love of performing, on the other hand, soon took front stage, and she left college one credit short of graduating to pursue a career in acting. Moving to Los Angeles presented Cassi with a great array of difficulties. Among these difficulties were the very competitive nature of the entertainment business and the scarcity of parts open to African-American women in that era. Early on in Hollywood, she had a never-ending barrage of auditions, many rejections, and financial difficulties. Still, Cassi was unflinching in her determination to face challenges. She carried on even if it seemed that her goals were unattainable, since she had such great faith in her own ability. The unexpected meeting Cassi had with the casting director reignited her passion for acting and gave her the inspiration she needed to keep moving forward. Cassi considered giving up acting totally once, and now you won't believe the moment that almost made her quit. Cassi Davis traveled a completely different route to get to Hollywood than basic. She started her study at Spelman College, an Atlanta, Georgia institution, after finishing her high school course. There she studied music. Her passion for performing, on the other hand, soon seized front stage, and she left college one credit short of finishing to pursue an acting career before she formally finished. Moving to Los Angeles presented Cassi with a great deal of difficulty. Among these difficulties were the highly competitive nature of the entertainment business and the lack of jobs open to African-American women at the time. Early on in Hollywood, her years were marked by never-ending barrage of auditions, several rejections, and financial difficulty. Still, Cassi never wavered in her determination in face of challenges. She carried on even if it seemed that her goals were unattainable, since she had such great faith in her abilities and herself. Cassi's passion for acting was renewed by the fortuitous meeting with the casting director, which also gave her the inspiration she needed to keep ahead. Cassi thought about giving up acting totally once. Leading a life anchored on family, friendships, and faith is Cassi Davis. Unlike many celebrities, Cassi has chosen to disclose just what she feels is required, keeping her personal life somewhat quiet. Since 2017, she has been married to Carrie Patton, her longtime friend. However, the two had known each other for decades before being married. Mutual respect, shared beliefs, and a close link based only on time have helped to define their partnership. Although it is difficult to balance celebrity with a need for seclusion, Cassi moves elegantly through this. Her down-to-earth and friendly demeanor, qualities that have won her both colleagues and fans' affection, has helped her. She keeps a firm line separating her personal and professional life. Therefore, preserving the strength and freedom of her relationships is free from the demands of the public view. Cassi's close-knit family and friend network serves as a haven from Hollywood's rigors. She talks regularly about these relationships and how it helps her to stay grounded and centered. Although Cassi loves her profession, she gives time to her loved one's top priority, since she believes that real success comes from the quality of one's personal life, not from career successes. And if you think you know Cassi's personal life, think again. Over the years, Cassi has had major health issues, yet her persistence and good attitude have helped her get beyond them. Cassi said in 2020 that she had Bell's palsy, a disorder that caused abrupt paralysis or weakening on one side of the face. Her supporters were taken aback by this prognosis, but Cassi handled it with the usual grace and humor. In interviews, she candidly shared her illness and used her position to spread awareness and motivate others with same difficulties. Bell's palsy physically and emotionally taxed Cassi, yet she never allowed it to stop her or affect her attitude towards her job. She kept working, always with the same vitality and commitment to her tasks. Many people found encouragement in Cassi's fortitude against hardship, since it demonstrated that one may endure and flourish even in trying circumstances. Cassi's path with Bell's palsy speaks to her inner fortitude and will. She says she got through the worst times with the help of her faith and loved ones. Cassi's openness regarding her health issues not only won over her supporters but also underlined the need of fortitude and optimism in conquering obstacles in daily life. You won't believe the strength it took for her to overcome this. For Cassi Davis, faith is fundamental. It shapes her public image and guides her choices. Growing up in a devoted Christian home, Cassi's faith has been her continual source of inspiration and strength. She talks a lot about the value of her relationship with God and how it affects every element of her life, including her job decisions and social contacts. Cassi's work clearly shows her great conviction in the ability of prayer and her dedication to lead a life with purpose, often playing characters that mirror her strong sense of morality and compassion. She is noted for assuming roles that line with her principles. Using her platform to disseminate messages of love, hope, and resiliency, Cassi sees her acting career as a means of sharing her faith with a larger audience. Apart from her film work, Cassi is involved in her church and community, frequently helping with faith-based activities and donations. She feels that her success in Hollywood is a gift and that it carries obligations for giving back. Not only as an actor, but also as a role model, Cassi's humility and faith-based determination have won her respect and adoration. Cassi's relentless faith has also helped her negotiate the demands of celebrity and the ups and downs of public life. It gives her direction and tranquility, which helps to keep her loyal to herself and her ideals independent of any challenges. Particularly in Tyler Perry's House of Pain, Cassi Davis's performance of Ella Payne helps African-American sitcoms evolve in a major way. Touching on problems that appeal to many African-American families, the show, which grew to be one of the most successful African-American sitcoms, showcases a mix of humor and poignant narrative. In the terrain of television, Cassi's character Ella epitribes the caring, no-nonsense grandmother, a role that has grown legendary. Cassi's capacity to give her parts genuineness and tenderness has helped to change how African-American women are shown on television. Her characters challenge preconceptions and provide a more moral, complex, and relative portrayal. House of Pain explores real-life issues including addiction, family strife, and spirituality, with Cassi's character typically at the center of these conversations. It is not only a comedy. House of Pain is a revolutionary show on African-American television because of this mix of comedy and real-life events. And Cassi's influence goes beyond one performance. Her participation in several Tyler Perry shows has helped African-American comedy appealing to a wide audience to flourish while honoring cultural roots. By her work, Cassi's opened the path for more varied and significant representation in television, therefore impacting a new generation of sitcoms modeled by her. But there's one show that changed everything for her. Stay tuned. One of the most important alliances Cassi Davis, known for her perfect comic timing and ability to portray intense feeling, Cassi soon became a mainstay in his shows. From their work, Cassi and Tyler Perry clearly have chemistry, often writing, directing, and starring in his productions. Perry has a knack for casting Cassi in situations that really fit her skills. Her performance as Ella Payne in The House of Pain is a shining illustration of this kind of perfect teamwork. Thanks in great part to Cassi's portrayal and Perry's writing, the character's mix of humor, wisdom, and spirituality speaks to viewers. Cassi works with Perry outside The House of Pain. She has starred in several of his films and stage productions, always giving performances that really embodies his work. Mutual respect and a shared vision for a narrative that resonates to the African-American community while also reaching a larger audience to find their relationship. Cassi and Tyler Perry are close both personally and professionally behind the scenes. While Cassi notes Perry for allowing her the chance to highlight her range as an actress, Perry typically cites Cassi for adding sincerity and heart to his films. Their cooperation has not only impacted Cassi's career, but also greatly helped Perry's show to be successful. Won't believe the behind-the-scenes stories from these two. Cassi Davis's great talent and the major influence her work has had on television and movies are shown by the several awards and honors she has received over her career. Her portrayal of Ella Payne on the television series House of Pain attracted a lot of interest, which led to a lot of nominations and honors and many different awards. Cassi's performance has earned her numerous compliments for her honesty, humor, and emotional depth, which has helped her to become among the most adored characters on television. Cassi received the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Actress in a Comedy Series in 2010 following her work in the comedy series House of Pain. This award specifically honors exceptional achievement in the fields of television, music, literature, and film that African Americans have created. Cassi deserves credit for both of these traits, since she was able to win this award in honor of her accomplishments to the television business and her ability to relate to viewers from all backgrounds. Cassie's been praised for her roles in numerous works Tyler Perry has directed, in addition to her portrayal in House of Pain. Her comic and dramatic performances in films like Medea's Big Happy Family and Boo! A Madea Halloween have helped her to establish her reputation as an actor capable of performing a broad spectrum of characters. Though her art has earned her official recognition, Cassi loves most the warmth and love she gets from her fans. Her ability to create a close relationship with the people seeing her perform is among the things that really sets her apart from others in the entertainment business. The honors and awards Cassi has received show not just of her brilliance, but also of her dedication to her job. Because she is still a trailblazer in the realm of African American television, her work inspires future actors and actresses even now. As Cassi's career develops, there is a great chance that her legacy will keep growing, thereby establishing her importance in the fields of television and films. Over her career, Cassi Davis has become a really popular person in the entertainment business. She is well known in the business for her friendliness, humor, and strong religious sensibility. Starting with her early years in the business and working through her ascent to popularity as a key character in African American comedy, her path has been very closely tracked by her fans. Still, there has always been a mystery that has gone unresolved throughout her whole career, one that both insiders in the business and fans have speculated about. Hints have been dropped and theories have been running, though Cassi has remained silent, refusing to confirm or deny the conjecture that has been floating about. Along with her professional career developing, her level of interest in this specific aspect of her life grew. Cassi deftly turned the conversation away from the subject covered in magazine stories, talk shows, and interviews. All of these activities were carried out to evade the topic. Her greatest efforts were, however, insufficient to stop the questions from flooding her life. They became louder with every year. Rumors and conjecture from supporters flooded online forums, and media headlines regularly suggested the possibility of a major disclosure. Cassi, on the other hand, to come forth and face the rumors head-on. Despite all the risks she ran into, everything was ready, and those all around were waiting impatiently to learn what Cassi Davis would at last acknowledge. And now here's the moment you've been waiting for. Cassi Davis had the chance to at last address the rumors that she had been running from for years during an honest and emotional conversation. She spoke of a truth that had been weighing hard on her heart for some time and did so with a mix of resolve and trepidation. The confession was about accepting her own path and realizing the challenges she had faced along the road, not only about organizing things. Cassi admitted for many years that she'd been battling doubts and worries about her career path. She was successful, and her fans loved her, yet there was still a part of her that felt unworthy, that doubted whether she truly belonged in the limelight. Her emotions originated from her early Hollywood experiences, where she often felt as though she was being dismissed and undervalued. She felt a lot of pressure to fit a specific image in terms of her personality and appearance, which led to a deep mistrust and self-doubt. Still, that was not the only insight Cassi offered. She showed unvarnished honesty when she admitted that she considered giving up on all that she was going through. The pressures of the career degraded their mental and emotional health. This, paired with the public eye's criticism, made her feel overwhelmed. Cassi revealed that she'd been silently struggling with depression and anxiety, even though she had kept these issues a secret even among her closest friends and relatives. Sometimes the weight of maintaining a good image while also fighting these inner problems was too much for the person to handle. Cassi's friends and colleagues responded to her confession with a mix of amazement and understanding. Many saw her as a rock of stability, a woman who seemed to have everything under control. It was shocking and devastating all at once when I learned that she had been struggling quietly. Cassi's admission, however, also sparked a conversation about the difficulties public personalities, especially women of color, face, as well as the need of bringing mental health issues front and center. Now, you won't believe how this confession changes everything. The actual revelation Cassi Davis made marked a significant turning point in both her personal and professional life. Many people related to her confession, which illuminated her emotional struggles, which led to a flood of sympathy from activists for mental health, fellow entertainers, and fans. The disclosure let her audience understand the person behind the characters she portrayed on television, therefore transcending the appearances. Few people expected the exposure to humanize Cassi in such a way. In the entertainment industry, the effects of her confession were felt practically right away. Cassi was praised for her audacity in raising issues that are sometimes stigmatized, especially in communities of minority. The people agreed with this. Prominent people in the business and her colleagues commended her for using her position to talk about mental health, a topic that still gets little representation in the entertainment business. Her newly revealed candor helped her go from being a well-liked actress to a champion for mental health awareness, therefore adding complexity to her public persona. Cassi's admittance seems to be helpful for her work life rather than negative. Working with someone who had shown such sensitivity and fortitude attracted many directors and producers, and the volume of proposals for new roles and projects started to pour in. Her genuineness attracted not only the folks she had support, but also new viewers drawn in by her simplicity. This circumstance helped Cassi to find personal clarity and direction in her life. Her resolve to face her difficulties in public helped her to find peace once the weight of that secret was taken off her shoulders. As she rallied behind herself and received an understanding and support, her relationships with her friends, families, and colleagues grew closer. She developed closer ties to him as well. Always a pillar of Cassi's life, faith guided her through this moment of change and deepened her belief in the force of truth and tenacity. For Cassi's life, her faith had always been a pillar of strength. Though Cassi's confession might have shocked the entire globe, it finally solidified her status as more than just an actress. She came to represent honesty and fearlessness in a field that usually calls for perfection. This disclosure will undoubtedly remain a turning point in her life, guiding her memory on and off screen as well. This flash insight will surely remain that chapter as she keeps managing her career. Now let's talk about Cassi Davis today and what's next. The actual revelation Cassi Davis made marked a significant turning point in both her personal and professional life. Many people related to her confession, which illuminated her emotional struggles, which led to a flood of sympathy from activists for mental health, fellow entertainers, and fans. The disclosure let her audience understand the person behind the characters she portrayed on television, therefore transcending the appearances. Few people expected the disclosure to humanize Cassi in such a way. In the entertainment industry, the effects of her confession were felt practically right away. Cassi was praised for her audacity in raising issues that are sometimes stigmatized, especially in communities of minority. The people agreed with this. Prominent people in the business and her colleagues commended her for using her position to talk about mental health, a topic that still gets little representation in the entertainment business. Her newly revealed candor helped her go from being a well-liked actress to a champion for mental health awareness, therefore adding complexity to her public persona. Cassi's admin seems to be helpful for her work life rather than negative. Working with someone who had shown such sensitivity and fortitude attracted many directors and producers, and the volume of proposals for new roles and projects started to pour in. Her genuineness attracted not only the folks she already had support from, but also new viewers drawn in by her simplicity. This circumstance helped Cassi to find personal clarity and direction in her life. Her resolve to face her difficulties in public helped her to find peace once the weight of a secret was taken off of her shoulders. And as she rallied behind her and received understanding and support, her relationships with her friends, family, and colleagues grew closer. She developed closer ties to him as well. Always a pillar of Cassi's life, faith guided her through this moment of change and deepened her belief in the force of truth and tenacity. For Cassi's life, her faith has always been a pillar of strength. Though Cassi's confession might have shocked the entire globe, it finally solidified her status as more than just an actress. She came to represent honesty and fearlessness in a field that usually calls for perfection. This disclosure will undoubtedly remain a turning point in her life, guiding her memory on and off screen as well. Now, this flash insight will surely remain that chapter as she keeps managing her career. And you won't believe what she's planning next. Apart from her work on films and television shows, Cassi Davis has made significant donations to the entertainment industry. Her perseverance, energy, and dedication to her job by her performance as Ella Payne in the television show House of Pain. She portrayed a matriarch who connected with people of all ages because she was a strong, loving, and often funny character. Though this specific position has had a lasting impact on African American sitcoms, Cassi's effect is also seen in many other spheres. Throughout her career, Cassi has sought employment that not only reflects great values, but also provides representation for African American women. She gives this top importance. Through her work, she has been able to challenge preconceptions and open a venue for tales that the mainstream media usually ignores. Her effort has brought both of these things to pass. Her relentless dedication to her ideas and principles has drawn the attention of her colleagues and helped her to establish herself as a model for artists just starting their career. Two traits that have earned Cassi the loyalty of her audience and created her reputation as one of the most known African American actresses are genuineness and tenacity, which define this legacy she left behind. Cassi left behind a legacy distinguished by these two qualities. Moreover, Cassi's impact goes beyond her just professional success in the cinema sector. Particularly in the African American community, her advocacy for mental health has spurred others to get help and advocate for the problems they are facing. She also has started significant conferences, She has acted as a trigger for these exchanges by sharing her personal experiences. She has shown that even those who seem strong and successful can have difficulties, and that requesting help is more indicative of strength than weakness. She has also shown her bravery in asking for aid. Cassi has clearly left a lasting impression on the business, even if her legacy is still being established. One cannot argue against this. Her efforts will be remembered for the doors she opened and the hearts she touched along the road. In addition to the characters she brought to life, her efforts will be noted for all of these things. But there's more to her story that we can't ignore. Cassi Davis has always kept in close contact with her fans and has seen the value of their support over her career. She has lately used her position to engage her audience in more meaningful ways, usually sharing with them words of wisdom, encouragement, and thankfulness. Cassi has shown her great thanks for the love and encouragement she has gotten over so many years via numerous channels, including social media and many interviews. She has also used these platforms to address important topics such as the value of faith, resiliency, and self-care. The importance of perseverance and remaining true to one's own individuality is something that Cassi emphasizes frequently when she is speaking with her admirers. She has been able to inspire others who follow her to pursue their goals with unwavering determination, particularly when they are confronted with challenging situations. Cassi has stressed, drawing on her own experiences, that success is not just about capability. Rather, it is about the ability to overcome challenges, the strength of faith, and the amount of hard work that one puts in. It is possible that those who are battling with self-doubt or those who are experiencing difficulties in their own lives can frequently relate to the advice that she provides. Despite the fact that she has made comments with the intention of inspiring others, Cassi has been forthright and honest about the importance of mental health. The people who support her have been reminded to put their own health first and to seek assistance if they feel they require it. Her willingness to be upfront and honest about her own struggles has contributed to a reduction in the stigma that is associated with discussions about mental health, particularly within the African American community. The fact that Cassi is willing to expose her vulnerabilities makes it easier for a lot of individuals to connect with her and find motivation in her character.